İsrail polisinin terör ve tetiş eylemleriyle Mescid-i Aksa'yı ve Filistinli Müslümanları hedef almasından ülkem ve milletim adına kınıyor, bu saldırıların bir an önce durdurulması çağrısında bulunuyor.
Turkey's Erdogan appears to have upper hand after tense night. Turkey's battle for the presidency looks set to go to a runoff, with both contenders adamant they have victory in their grasp. After 20 years in power, Recep Tayyip Erdogan stood on the balcony of his party HQ saying he was convinced he would win another 5. Everything appeared to have fallen into place for his opponent Kemal Kilicdaroglu to win, but incomplete results put him behind the president in the first round, and Mr. Erdogan's alliance could also be heading for a majority in parliament. For months, Turkey's disparate opposition parties had pooled their resources in a bid to bring an end to a president who has extended his power dramatically since a failed coup against him in 2016. The election is being watched very closely in the West because Mr. Kilicdaroglu has promised to revive Turkish democracy, as well as relations with its NATO allies. On the other hand, President Erdogan's Islamist-rooted government has accused the West of plotting to bring him down. In the early hours of Monday, Mr. Kilicdaroglu stood on a stage at his party headquarters in Ankara, flanked by his allies but appearing less confident than before. He said, "If our nation says second round, we will absolutely win in the second round." Supporters outside party headquarters chanted one of his slogans, "Everything will be all right," but it was not clear for them that it would. He had earlier angrily accused the government of seeking to block the will of the people by launching repeated challenges. In opposition strongholds, two rising stars in the party, the mayors of Istanbul and Ankara, reminded voters that this was a strategy that Mr. Erdogan's AK party had used before. They praised an enormous team of opposition volunteers guarding ballot papers to ensure nothing untoward happened to the votes. Mr. Kilicdaroglu, 74, has lost several elections as leader of his Republican People's Party. But this time his message of scrapping the president's excessive powers struck a chord. Turks have also been reeling from a cost-of-living crisis, with 44% inflation made only worse by Mr. Erdogan's unorthodox economic policies. And then the Erdogan government was blamed for a slow rescue response to the double earthquakes in February, which killed more than 50,000 people in 11 provinces. And yet, despite a very difficult few months, Turkey's dominant president appears to have the upper hand. Addressing supporters from the balcony he had used for previous victories, he announced that even though the final results are not in, we are far ahead, whether or not he does take a lead into an expected runoff. 2 weeks ahead, the president appears to have defied many pollsters who said his rival had the edge and could even win outright without a runoff. So guys, hopefully you have enjoyed this video, and if you liked this video, subscribe our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon for latest updates.